tune for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations.
It's time for the match game. Hollywood Squares, Hour, with the stars of St. Elsewhere. Howie Mandel. Nancy Stafford. Terence Knox. Lloyd. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
I'll be back.
Great. Bravo. Are you Abbott? You want to be Abbott? I'll be Costello. Really? Oh, thanks.
I knew that would happen one day.
Hello, Gene.
Well, I guess those of you here in the studio, hello, testing 1, 2, am I on? Yes. Those of you here in the studio know that this is a very special day for us. We have all of these lovely actors and actresses from a big NBC hit called St. Elsewhere, and we're very happy to have them. Now, some of them are here before. Ellen has been here before. Nancy's been here.
I just came for lunch once. I didn't play.
You just came for lunch once, yeah. Norman, you've never been here.
No, I haven't.
We welcome you. They're all doctors and nurses, as you know. All the nurses raise their hands.
All one.
Nurse, yeah. Doctors?
Halfway.
Panhandlers? Okay. Well,
I'm a bureaucrat.
you're a bureaucrat.
Yes.
Oh, you're an administrator.
That's right.
Right. Well, we're going to have a wonderful time because you're all lovely, gifted, talented people. Let's begin now by greeting our two players here, Patty A.G. and Lillian Ford. Hello there.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Let's get acquainted. Patty, we'll find out about you first.
Okay, I'm from Salinas, California. I'm a manager of a large T-shirt shop there. I enjoy barrel racing on weekends at rodeos around California.
What kind of racing?
Barrel racing.
Barrel racing. I don't talk too plain, do I?
No.
Barrel racing. Now, what is that?
That's where you ride your horses around the barrels at rodeos.
Oh,
It's a
I see. All
event
right.
for the
You have
pros.
horses.
Yeah. But my big goal in life is to become a jockey.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
Getting kind of personal, aren't you?
Okay. All right. You don't have to answer it. It's perfectly okay.
100 pounds.
You're 100 pounds.
Yeah.
You can do it if you want to. I know one, Robin Smith. Remember? She was among the first,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she did it, and she was very good. She won a lot of races. Now, Patty, good luck to you. Lillian, let's find out about you.
Well, I'm originally from Kentucky,
You're from Kentucky.
see, and I live in Dunlap, California, which is a small town 40 miles northeast of Fresno, California.
Uh-huh.
I am a professional mixologist.
Right? Bartender?
See,
See?
I enjoy it tremendously. I've been married 46 years.
46 years.
That's correct.
Wow. I suppose you're going to say with your kind of luck it'll last another 46 years.
I certainly hope so.
Oh, good. All right. Good luck to you, Lillian. Here in the match game, you'll have 3 chances to match as many of our stars as you can, and the one who's ahead at the end of the 3rd round will go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Patty, you won the toss. We'll ask you to go first.
I'll start with A, please.
A?
A.
All right. A it is for you. Here's what it says. Gladys said to Phoebe, Gladys is talking to Phoebe, and she said, "You know why my first husband went bankrupt? He refused to make house calls." And Phoebe said, "No doctors make house calls." And Gladys said, "He isn't a doctor, he's a blank." Those of you that haven't been here before, round one questions are pretty wide open. Very good.
I want to know the funny answer from the audience.
That's good enough. I don't want to be dumb.
No, it's all right. Okay, Patty. Gladys said to Phoebe, you know why my first husband went bankrupt? He refused to make house calls. And Phoebe said, no doctors make house calls. And Gladys said, he isn't a doctor. He's a blank.
A mortician?
A mortician. Don't like that one, eh? They'll let you know pretty quickly whether they like it or not. Apparently, they're not too thrilled with that, but we'll find out. Maybe somebody over here said mortician. Norman, what did you say?
Plumber.
A plumber is very good. Yeah. But it would be hard to make a living if you were a plumber if you refused to make house calls, right, Howie?
Well, I didn't... It was Gladys, right?
Yeah.
And she was talking to Phoebe.
Right.
And because it was Gladys, I said, because he's a pip. Because I thought it was Gladys Knight. I didn't know.
Oh, I see.
Do pips make house calls?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
They just stand in your doorway and...
That's right. Gotcha. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful week. I can see that. I have to walk by you occasionally here. Could you just squidge in a little bit?
Just let me know ahead of time, all right?
All right, thank you.
Just like the door. It's great.
I wanted to get to Nancy, but don't we all? All right.
Gene,
Gene, yes. What have you got for us?
I said a garbage man.
Garbage man. If he doesn't make a house call, your garbage piles up. Very good. Gene, you're young and you're clean. What do you say?
Hey, people are dying for an answer like yours, Patty. But I said... ambulance driver! 2 boos on 1 answer.
That's
Not
right.
easy to do.
Mortician and ambulance driver. All right, Terence.
Well, now, mortician.
Ha!
And you ridiculed that
Right.
answer.
That's it.
Throw it in here.
Yeah. All right. When you hold it up, if you just do it, hold it right there, then if they want to get a shot of it, they can do that, okay? Here's a new kid on the block. We have to give a little special coaching.
Told me how to
We'll
do that.
teach him.
Right. What have you got for us?
Well, obviously Norman knows how to play the game because I also said plumber.
All right. So there we go. 1 for Patty. And Lillian, we have this for you. There's good news and there's bad news for Howie Mandel. Howie?
Yeah?
You've been offered a job on the Battle of the Network Stars.
Wow.
The bad news is you have to mud wrestle with blank. Is this a wonderful question?
Oh, great.
Okay, put it in the slot, Norman. That lights up your light.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. And when you put it in the slot, try and do it without revealing your answer. That would also be very helpful to us.
Yes.
Because they have eyes over here, you see.
I got your point.
And they have 20/20 vision in addition.
Right.
Hello, Lillian.
Hello.
There's good news and bad news for Howie Mandel. You know which one is Howie? The one with the white blouse and the... Oh, no, that's it. Howie's in the middle with the black shirt. Good news and bad news for Howie. Howie has been offered a job in the Battle of the Network Stars. The bad news is he has to mud wrestle with blank.
With Mr. Smith, the orangutan.
The orangutan, Mr. Smith. That's not bad. Remember the show that Leonard Fry did called Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith with the orangutan.
With the fish.
Yes, the fish. The orangutan fish.
And didn't it run... Oh.
All right, Norman, show and tell.
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Very good. They're okay. He's very good at this. 2 in a row that were really good. Okay.
I thought I might have to wrestle a pip, but no. Mr. T.
Mr. T, we have 2 of those so far.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, Lillian, I also have a Mr., but it's also a Mr. T.
Mr. T. All right, Lillian, let's see what we get from John Bauman here.
I'm sorry, Lillian. Mr. T. You can't get half the right answer.
Terence?
I'm going to do it right this time, Mr. T.
All right, very good.
Penmanship approved, too.
Yes. And
you
Ellen
ready?
says,
Mr. T.
all across the board. Did you think of that?
Good. Very
did.
good.
All right, 1-0 the score at the end of round one. Round two right after this. Hurry back. Here we go with round two. There they are. Patty, you're ahead. You'll go
I'll take
first.
A again, please.
I didn't hear you.
I'll take A again, please.
A again? All right, here we go. Little Mitzi said, "Mean Melvin ruined my birthday party. Instead of playing pin the tail on the donkey, he made everyone pin the tail on my blank."
These people know that.
They're both excellent. Excellent. It's up to you.
All right.
All right, here we go. Patty. Little Mitzi said, "Mean Melvin ruined my birthday party. Instead of playing pin the tail on the donkey, he made everyone pin the tail on my blank."
On my mouth.
Mouth?
Oh, I fucked up.
What did you have in mind? Norman, you've given two excellent answers.
Nose.
Now you've given the third excellent one. Nose is a good one. Howie?
If I was her, I mean, I would just not invite him.
You wouldn't. Just
I mean,
avoid.
it's as simple as that. But I
That's
said...
one way out of it, yes.
I don't know if... I just said rear.
You said rear. They love you. And they love your answer. All right.
Huh. Okay, well, I didn't say a part of her. Instead of her donkey, I said her doggy.
Her doggy. Yeah, that would be a mean thing to do. That would be cruel and mean. Right, John?
I'm bringing up the derriere down here.
All right. Did you think of that one? Terence? You don't play?
Yeah.
Ellen?
Also known as the butt.
All right. Well, let's see if Lillian catches up. All you need is one to catch up. Stacy, the stewardess, said, "When you're a stewardess, you've got to be prepared for anything. So whenever I go on a blind date, I bring along a blank." Don't want to make you feel like a dummy, Terence, but Lillian's ready. Put it in the slot. All right, here we go. When you're a stewardess, you've got to be prepared for anything. So whenever I go on a blind date, I bring along a blank.
A parachute.
A parachute? Well, that's okay. Or we were thinking more in terms of the usual things that stewardesses would be carrying along with them, like
Suitcase.
yeah, they carry that little suitcase that's on wheels. That's one thing. What else? Hello, Howie, baby.
How you doing?
Okay.
I've been out with stewardesses.
You have. You've dated Steward I?
Is that the plural?
Yes.
Oh, then yes, I have. And they always bring along an air sickness bag.
Air sickness.
Maybe it's me.
No. Not sweet, lovable, gentle you.
Sweet, lovable, gentle.
Right. Nancy?
This stewardess brought along an oxygen mask.
An oxygen mask? That's one possibility, yep. Oxygen mask. What have you got there?
Well, women love to smother me, so I said an oxygen mask.
All right. Now, what
See, when he read it to me, he emphasized blind date. So I said, seeing eye dog.
All right. Ellen?
Now stop that. My mother's watching this show.
Not Harvard men.
My mind's in the gutter.
What do you got?
Blanket and pillow.
Blanket and pillow. Well, that's a good one. I think that's excellent. Shows a lot of imagination. There we are at the end of round two, and the score remains 1-0 in Patty's favor. Third and final round after this. Here we go with the third and final round. Patty, go ahead.
I'm going to try B this time.
You want B? She's changing her ways from A to B. Dennis said, "My wife is really absent-minded." No half-hearted attempts, please.
The rest of them forgot the question, you see.
Here's how absent-minded she is this morning. I caught her diapering the rose bush and blanking the baby. Absent-minded. Diapering the rose bush and blanking the baby.
I'm smart, but I can't spell with a coop.
Well, spelling doesn't count here, as long as we can figure it out. Well, now, again, see, this round, you've already matched Patty, so you lay out. Yeah. Would you like to see a doctor?
Why don't you tell me these things?
Sis, don't write.
That was a good answer.
All right. Everybody ready? Patty. Dennis said, my wife is really absent-minded. This morning, I caught her diapering the rose bush and blanking the baby.
Watering the baby.
Watering the baby. That's good. Watering the baby. Right. Watering the rose bush, you know, and diapering the baby. And she said, diapering the rose bush and watering the baby. What do you say?
Pruning.
Pruning the baby. Kid didn't need the toes anyway.
First I was thinking, you know how they got those little pricks on them, the rose bushes? Maybe removing those, and I didn't know if that was called pruning, so then I went with watering.
You went with watering. Okay. In case the subject comes up again in the future, in the horticultural world, we call them thorns.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't a botany major.
Oh, right. All right, Miss Nancy.
Okay, I also said watering the baby.
Watering. All right, she's up to 3. Blanking the baby. Watering is what she said.
I said something else. I said fertilizing.
Fertilizing the baby. Another thing you do to rose bushes.
Oh, that's perfectly good.
What have you got for us? Nothing.
You wouldn't let me play.
Right. See, you're getting the hang of it, Ellen.
But he did have a good answer.
Yes, he did have.
Yes. Watering.
Watering. All right. He said trimming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, you've really got some catching up to do, Lillian, because Patty's up to 4 now. Let's see if you can catch up. You need 4 to tie and 5 to win. Liz Taylor said, she said, let me tell you about Joan Rivers. Joan wears so much makeup. Will you lay out? She wears so much makeup during the last earthquake, her face blanked.
Do I play?
Yes, you do play.
I don't want to waste it.
Excellent. Don't lean too far back or you'll fall into the canal.
There's a canal back
Yeah, that's all water back here. You'll see the moon will come up. See that? Somebody just fell in.
That's so weird. I think I'll take a dip.
You will? Yeah. I don't know if the audience noticed his outfit. See, this is red.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's show them the red. Nifty ankle-high red sneakers. Aren't they something? Yeah, I'll get you a towel.
Wait. I got
No. That's just, we don't go that far.
They're red, too.
Yes. All right. Here we go. Lillian, last chance. Howie, did you finish?
Oh, yeah. I was so concerned with the canal.
Yeah, right.
The other way.
Already, yes. Liz Taylor said, let me tell you about Joan Rivers. Joan wears so much makeup during the last earthquake, her face blanked.
Cracked.
All right. Lillian. 4 to tie and 5 to win. Norman.
Fell.
Her face fell. All right. Not bad. Howie?
Lillian, you owe me a drink.
I'll buy.
Crack. 4 to 1 the score. Did her face crack?
Her face cracked.
All right. Score is 4 to 2. She's on a roll.
Crack down here.
4 to 3. One more crack face ties the score. Terence.
I'm glad you let me play this time. Cracked.
Tie score. Now, Ellen, it's up to you.
It is. Crack.
Crack. Come on down.
Congratulations. Go on.
Over here, if you would, please. Right on this mark here, and I'll get to you in a minute. Patty, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice meeting you, too.
We're going to send some gifts to you that you're going to enjoy from the match game. Patty A.G. Hello there. Now, it's time to switch to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of our set. 3 more celebrities will appear here in a moment or so. John and I will trade places. Lots more excitement coming along. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive a white sewing machine with 10 built-in utility and stretch stitches on one color-coded dial. Lightweight with built-in handle for easy portability, furnished by White Sewing Machine. And now, it's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, Hour, with more of the stars from St. Elsewhere. Ed Begley, Jr. Kim Miroyi. Laneuville. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Square, John Bowman.
Doctor, it hurts when I play Hollywood Squares, but I'm going to do it anyway.
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Square.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the second half of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. And with me, I have Lillian Ford. Lillian has been married for 46 years, but it didn't take her that long to get through the match game. She's now ready to move on to Hollywood Squares. We have 3 brand new celebrities: Kim Miroyi.
Hi.
Eric Laneuville. And Ed Begley, Jr. Hello. Eric, I understand that in addition to your duties as an actor on St. Elsewhere, you also are fulfilling another role.
Yes, I directed one episode earlier this year, and I'm direct another one in a couple of weeks.
Terrific.
And, my job is easy because I work with such a wonderful cast. The only thing I do is tell them not to bump into the furniture. It's the only thing I do.
He's got all the director's lines down. Let's see how you do with the lines on Hollywood Squares. Here we go.
How did he get into that?
And before we begin this game, we will welcome once again our defending champion. Her name is Janet Stafford. She's back for, I think, her 3rd day. $2,950. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, tell the medical committee a little bit about your life to date.
Well, I'm a computer operator. I hope someday to further my career and become a housewife and a mother. I enjoy singing, dancing, and roller skating, and I'm ready to play.
Okay, so are we. We're going to play this game until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever is ahead at that point, of course, goes on to play Supermatch, which can be worth up to $30,000. Our first game's worth $100, $25 for every square. Champ always starts. Janet, pick a star and let's go.
Howie, please.
Howie Mandel.
Yes?
This is a little more.
Okay.
This is a new game.
All right.
Howie, you're the average man.
You've met me?
Something wrong with this question.
Okay.
Howie, you're the average man. Is your brain bigger or smaller than the brain of a Neanderthal?
Oh, of a Neanderthal man. Of the average Neanderthal man, or a brilliant Neanderthal man, or a pip. Okay. No,
let's figure the average Neanderthal.
No, the average Neanderthal man was a man, and I'm a man. Average, they're the same. They're the same size, yet I can do a lot more with mine because I have a car. They're the same size.
But I promise you that as far as the information that we have, if we can determine, in fact, the average Neanderthal man, his brain is either bigger or smaller. Or our brain is either bigger or smaller than his.
Oh, the average.
Which?
The average are bigger. Because their heads were bigger and they had to fill that. They used to have the same size, but there was space. So they needed to fill this, so they got a bigger one to fill the space. A lot of it wasn't brain. You're mistaken by that, but if you want to call that whole thing brain, it was bigger.
See what we have to put up with.
He says the brain of the average Neanderthal was bigger than the brain of the average modern-day man. Agree or disagree, Janet?
I agree.
The average Neanderthal's brain was bigger. Yes, you were right to agree. You get the square. The Neanderthal had a bigger brain, and Howie's answer was the proof. Lillian, it's your move. Pick a star.
I'll go with Gene, please.
All right.
Gene,
a quarter of a mile.
President Reagan's favorite song is Nancy with the Laughing Face. That's a fact. Now, who wrote it? Irving Berlin or Phil Silvers?
Who has a bigger brain?
Phil, probably. His skull is bigger. That was Frank Sinatra's big hit, Nancy with a Laughing Face. It was written for his daughter, I believe, by Irving Berlin.
Agree or disagree, Lillian?
I will agree.
It was written, amazingly enough, by Phil Silvers. No, you should have disagreed with Gene. I know, that's a shock. You should have disagreed with Gene. Your opponent gets that square. And we got a couple of X's up there for you, Janet Stanford. You were playing X. Make your move.
Ed to win.
Ed Begley Jr.
I want to do good. I went with a software salesperson before, a lady, Miss Floppy Disks of 1960, and so I want to help.
Ed, you're having pig's feet for dinner.
I'll say. But I'll wear shoes and no one will know. But go ahead.
Ehrlich, you have pig's feet. Can you cook them as is, or should you rinse them off first?
Well, this goes beyond the kosher laws. I'm going to play to win money. I'm not going to joke around at this point because there's something involved here. You should rinse pig's feet. They are, treif. It's something you should rinse. It's not. It's just standard operating procedure. Yes, rinse them.
He says, rinse those pig's feet off for the game. Agree or disagree, Janet?
I agree.
You should rinse them off first. Yes, you're right. You get the square and you win the game. Well done. A clean sweep. 3 X's in a row. And you're up to a flying start, 175. Nada so far for you, Lillian, but we're going to clear the board, and we're going to move right on to the next game. It's worth $200, and Lillian gets to start. Pick a star.
I'll start with Howie.
Undaunted, she starts with Howie.
All right, hit it.
Howie. Nancy Reagan said she doesn't do this in bed because it would keep President Reagan up. What doesn't she do, Howie? Is it eat apples? Or play with her video games?
Oh, everybody knows that Nancy Reagan and Pac-Man are synonymous. So it's play with a video game. She's got one of those, I don't know if it's Atari or something, but there she is with her stacks of quarters beside the pillow and everything. She's always waking, Ronnie, give me more change. Can you break this, Ronnie? Can you break this? And there she is with her quarters. She's got in her negligee. She's got quarter pockets and little change. She's always shoving it in and playing.
Okay.
It's video.
Reasoning doesn't count, Lillian. He says that Nancy Reagan won't play her video games in bed. Agree or disagree?
Well, I'll agree.
Nancy Reagan won't eat apples in bed. No,
while she's playing video. While she's playing video.
You should have disagreed with Howie, and your opponent gets that square. And we're going to be back to complete this $200 game with any luck right after these messages.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Well, Howie Mandel just did 2 minutes on Nancy Reagan eating apples in bed, and we're back to complete this game. It's your move, Janet. You already got 1 X up there. Pick a star.
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Ready.
According to the book Dress for Success, who is more likely to get a better seat at a restaurant? A man wearing a beige raincoat, a man wearing a black raincoat, or a man wearing nothing but a raincoat?
Now, there's a guy with a beige and one with a black. And they're fully clothed underneath that.
Yeah.
Then a guy comes in with a nondescript raincoat, and he has nothing. You can see his hairy legs. The man wearing the dark raincoat, it would look a little more dignified and a little impressive and would get the best table.
Okay, says the man wearing the black raincoat would get the better seat. Agree or disagree, Janet?
I agree.
It is a man with a beige raincoat. No, you should have disagreed with Gene. Your opponent gets that square because beige is classier. All right, Lillian, it's your move. You are playing O.
Basic black is the classiest.
I will take Ed.
Okay. Ed Begley Jr. What has Gladys Knight had more of?
That's my answer.
Pips.
Husbands or pips?
She's had, again, I'm going to go right for the money, and no gag answers here. She's had many more pips than husbands. There's been a lot of pips that have come and gone.
Ed couldn't think of anything funny again.
How do you say pip backwards?
He says, what did you say? She's had more pips than husbands. Agree or disagree, Lillian?
I will agree.
She has had more pips. Yes, you are right to agree. You get the square. She has had, the score is pips 3 and husbands 2. But that was kind of an unorthodox move where you put that O. Pick a star, Janet, where you'd like to place an X.
Kim, please.
Kim Miroyi.
You didn't recognize me without my glasses, right?
You're an average fat girl, Kim.
How big's your brain?
And you tell everybody that it's a gland problem. What are the chances you're telling the truth? Are they 1 in 5 or 1 in 50?
I know, I've had this problem myself. It's 1 in 50, absolutely, and it's a thyroid gland, probably.
Agree or disagree, Janet?
I'll agree.
It is 1 in 50. You're right to agree. You get the square. Well done. Okay, we got a couple of X's and a couple of O's up on the board, and we're going to be back to finish a $200 game after this. Don't miss it. $225 for the champ, $50 for the challenger, but everything hangs in the balance because it's a $200 game. We got 2 X's, 2 O's up there on the board. Lillian, you're playing O.
I'll take Ellen to block, please.
You missed this one in the game, and a pretty big lead belongs to Janet. Ellen Bree.
Yes.
When your newborn baby cries, does he usually shed real tears, or does he mostly just make a whole lot of noise?
Well, my brother just had, he and his wife had a baby. I'd say they just make noise. I didn't see a lot of tears on this kid, but he made a lot of noise.
Agree or disagree to block,
I will
Lillian?
agree.
Mostly, he just makes noise. Yeah, you're right to agree. You get the square.
A lot of tears.
Well done. Didn't have to ask somebody from obstetrics. Janet, she thwarted you there. Your move.
Nancy to block.
Okay.
You missed this one. The game and the lead belongs to Lillian.
Oh, no.
Your strategy paid off, Lillian. Nancy, if you combed through America, would you find more women with natural blonde hair or natural red hair?
Natural blonde hair.
To block, agree or disagree?
I agree.
More women with natural blonde hair. Right. Well done. You get the square. So the X goes up, and Lillian Ford playing O. Your move.
I'll take Terence to win, please.
Is that me?
Right.
To win.
Terence.
To win.
You guys have not paid any attention to me the whole game, and all of a sudden when it's important, you come in here like this.
Don't write, though, Terence.
All right.
Terence, you're alone in the desert when a rattlesnake bites you. The only thing you have with you is a bottle of whiskey. Will taking several big swigs be good for you, or are you asking for trouble?
You already got trouble. That was funny. That was funny.
Good laugh.
That's good for you to drink that whiskey.
It's good for you to drink that whiskey.
I will agree.
No.
You are asking for trouble. You should have disagreed with Terence, and your opponent gets that square and blocks you there. Whiskey causes the venom to enter your bloodstream more quickly, doctors.
But you don't
You're
care.
in the desert, you're not going to make it out there anyway.
Janet, your move. You're playing
That's
X.
why you're working
Eric to win.
Oh, me.
Eric Laneuville for a game win. This way, up and down. According to advice from the Journal of the American Medical Association, Eric, is it okay to use your water pick to clean the wax out of your ears? Or can this be hazardous to your hearing?
Janet, you're a very pretty woman. You seem to be very intelligent, thoughtful, kind, sweet, and we have a lot in common. And I think you should trust me on this. It's hazardous. Don't do it. Trust me.
Agree or disagree, Janet?
I agree.
This can be hazardous to your hearing. Right, you get the square and you win another game. Well done. Okay, I don't know if he knew. He might have been trying to bluff you, but you made the right choice. You are well ahead now, 500 to 75, but there is still time. Sweep all the X's and all the O's off of the board, and let's move on to the next game. It's worth $300. Lillian, pick a star.
Howie.
Howie!
Yeah. Okay, look.
You raise Cocker Spaniels, and you want to come out with a line of gourmet dog meat?
Dog what? You're sick.
Okay. According to the USDA, is this okay or is it illegal to sell canned Cocker Spaniel?
Well, it's illegal. According to the government, it's illegal. Poodle is legal.
You want a second opinion, Lillian? Agree or disagree? He says that it's illegal to sell
Where's the
Cocker
Cocker?
Spaniel.
Well, I'll agree.
There's nobody.
She agrees. It is illegal to sell canned Cocker Spaniel. Well done, Lillian. You get the square, and you're off to a good start here. But will time catch up with you? Janet Stanford, pick a star for an X.
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Yep.
Where did the first domesticated turkeys come from, Gene? Turkey or Mexico?
Well, it's a well-known fact in American history that they're indigenous to this part of the world and not to India or Turkey or any of the exotic countries. They came from Mexico.
Agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
They came from Mexico. Yes.
Great, thank you.
And you get the square, so it's even up in this game. X and an O. The bell means that time is up. $525. She has done it once again. Fourth day in a row. Janet Stanford, she's our champ. See, this is like three-direction director. No, stay here. Don't everybody leave. Somebody stay here. So Janet already knows where to go. She zipped over there to join Gene Rayburn. Lillian Ford, you've come up against, obviously, a tough champ. She got off to a very good start and kept it up all the way through. You're a good player yourself. $100 in our thanks. And congratulations for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. Lillian Ford. Gene.
Okay, John. Well, we congratulate Janet. This is her third day here. We'll be back with her and our 9 stars for a go at the big money right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Okay, Gene Wood, here we go. This is Janet's third day up here, and she says, I'm going to do it this time. And just a moment ago, she says, hold my hand for good luck. So that's why I'm doing this. We're gonna do it this time, aren't we? You can win up to $30,000 here. Let's begin. We polled a recent studio audience, and we said, write down your best answer to this. World War blank. $1,000 for the top answer, $500 for the second, $250 for the third. Any 3 of the 9 stars can offer a little assistance here. Whom do you want to call on?
Eric, please.
World War I.
World War I is one response.
Howie.
2.
World War II.
Good, Howie.
Gee, this is a tough one, isn't it?
All
He
right.
didn't say Pip. He was going to say...
Nancy.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
All the good wars are gone, aren't they?
All the good wars are gone.
Yeah.
Let's make it consistent. Let's go World War III.
World War III. All right, so you have 1, 2, and 3. Now, you have to make up your mind of choosing one of those or thinking up one of your own. What it would be, I can't imagine. Well, what's your pleasure here?
I'm going to go with Eric. World War I.
All right, let's see if Eric's right here and see if the World War I is up there on top. We'll reveal them one at a time, beginning at the bottom with the $250 response. World War III is Nancy's answer. All right, the $500 response says World War I. That was Eric's answer. All right.
I knew it.
What do you think is going to be on top, audience?
4.
All right, slide the big one. World War II. All right. So you've got $500.
Yes.
And time now to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. You'll make your decision, and then that star will reveal the hidden number. It'll be a 10, a 20, and somewhere up there is 130. We will multiply the $500 by whatever number is revealed. Time now to make your pick.
Eric.
All right, Eric, would you take that tab and give it a yank? 1, 2, 3. 10. You are playing for $5,000. $5,000. Good luck to you. Eric, you'll write your response, and then after you're finished, we'll call for a verbal response from her. Here it is. Honey blank. That's Honey blank. Honey blank. In the slot. There he is.
Okay.
He's ready. You want to collect the $5,000? All you have to do is match Eric. Honey blank.
Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. All right. It's an answer that had not occurred to me, but perhaps it occurred to Eric. We'll find out right now. Eric, show and tell,
And I
please.
wish it had have. I said honeydew.
Honeydew. Honeydew. I guess there are a number of good possibilities here. Honeybee is another one. Honey bun is another good one.
Honey bear.
Well, you picked up a little more. You have $3,975. You're still the champ, and you'll have another shot at it tomorrow. We'll be back with our champ and our stars right after this. Now, I know you all want to know where the big number was. So, stars, would you all grab the tabs and give them a yank? 1, 2, 3,
This
go.
is it.
Ellen Bree had it. Ellen had the big number.
I did.
Now, Ellen, I'm going to ask you to tell us a little bit about St. Eligius in the meantime, but I want all of you to know that Janet did something. In addition to holding my hand for good luck, she did something else. What did you do?
I wore my underwear wrong side out.
What are you going to do?
I know that. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. And what are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm going to wear them wrong side out again.
Wear them on the outside of your clothes.
All right.
I will too.
Well,
Yeah, but you're sitting behind that thing.
I'm having so much fun, I'm only going to change my underwear once this whole week.
Is that a promise or a threat? Yeah.
the question is, friends, how do we know Janet wore her underwear inside out? Tune in tomorrow. We may reveal all here. Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us tomorrow.
John Bowman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood's Chris Harris. See you then.
A member of our studio audience will receive the KitchenAid food processor. Chops, minces, mixes, slices, and shreds. A versatile appliance with power and speed. Practical with quality. Furnished by KitchenAid. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.